Hi, this is Scott Jordan. This is my daily blog post for what is it? It is August 14th, Thursday, and I've got a special guest for my blog today. I have Scott Koegler, and we're going to do a back and forth interview. Scott wrote a couple great articles about SCOTTeVEST products. He is a writer, and I'm going to let Scott introduce himself and tell you a little bit more about his background, and then we're just going to have a free-form discussion. Scott, tell us a little bit about your background and the articles that you wrote for.
Sure, Scott, thanks. Primarily, I wrote for two venues. One was BMighty, that's BMIGHTY.com. And I did a column about our summer travels. And so in that, one of the articles was about how do you carry all your stuff with you when you're actually not driving around, which turned out to be pretty good. I mean, we drove a lot. I think we put on 6,000 plus miles. But in between there, it was 6 weeks worth of travel. And during that time, I wore both the vest and the shirt. They were great because I was able to carry, the stuff. Let's see, what did I carry? Cell phone, MP3 player with the earbuds coming up through the routing system, my glasses. Oh my gosh, all the kind of things that you want to have with you all the time. And what was nice was I was able to just kind of stow those things while I was driving, and then when I got out, I still had them with me. So anyhow, I think we're probably jumping ahead, but
No, I appreciate it. I like where you're going with it. I mean, one of the things, Scott, that's always surprised me when I came up with this idea 7 years ago is how few clothing companies then and still now really have taken this need into account. It blows me away. Aside from the whole personal area network, concept, which is truly unique and patented, which I am seeing a lot of companies starting to copy, which my lawyers are dealing with separately because it is patented. But it shocks me that no other company is really taking matching the lifestyle of all the things that people are carrying with their products. And I'm wondering if that comes as a surprise to you in looking at the market, especially in RV travel, which is necessarily mobile.
Right, absolutely. And you always, in my case at least, I never have enough room in the van to put the things that I need. Specifically, this stuff like MP3 player. I've got the cords, or even if I go Bluetooth, I still have the device itself. And driving, of course, you've got your dash panel, you've got the area where you can put things, but I generally end up putting sodas or food or whatever else over there. And then if I shift, I've got to contend with wires and everything. So having the wires in the vest or in the shirt and the device with me really gets away from that kind of thing.
Well, one of the things also that was frustrating to me is when I would drive and have my cell phone in my pocket, and you sit down in a lower car, more often than not, your cell phone falls out of your pocket, and just by what we do is we put a little stitch line that avoids things falling out. And also today, with the hands-free requirements in most states that require you to use a hands-free device, whether it be Bluetooth or wires, this is a solution that takes that into account. The RV traveling experience is something that I'm fascinated with as well. I just bought a 1970 Westfalia VW, and I'm loving it. And I'm going to Burning Man. Are you familiar with Burning Man? And I was going to go in my Westfalia, but I decided I should rent an RV to have the benefit of a bathroom and shower. Because for those of you who aren't familiar with Burning Man, have you been?
I haven't, but I've followed it pretty much every year.
Well, if anyone's going to Burning Man, please respond in the blog, and I'd love to meet you. Although it's going to be my first opportunity in a long time to get away from SCOTTeVEST and civilization as we know it. So, if you're not familiar with Burning Man, do a Google search and you'll see what we're talking about. So, I'm excited to get into the RV travel. Is that primarily your focus in writing, or just in this particular article? Tell me about that trip.
The trip was, as I said, about 6 weeks, a little over 6 weeks, and about 6,000 miles. We went from North Carolina, which is where I am now, up through, let's see, Ohio, Indiana, up to South Dakota, into, let's see, Tetons, Yellowstone, then down to Salt Lake City, Vegas, which we actually only stayed in for one day because it was 100 degrees plus.
Oh, that's hot.
And this shows you the genius of the people that put it there, have everybody inside.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. And then we went to Grand Canyon, and from there to New Mexico, and then just kind of wandered on back home, mostly along parts of Route 66 and I-40, which is kind of laid over 66, a lot of that way. Yeah.
Other than the SCOTTeVEST, what was your highlight of your trip?
I'm a photographer, so I took, several thousand shots. Fortunately, all digital, so I don't have to pay for film and developing. So, there was lots of places along the way, and I did one project that is a storybook that I hope to publish, and I'll probably talk about that separately sometime, but so that was kind of a highlight. And,
well, next time you do a trip out west, I hope you come visit us here in Sun Valley. I would love that. Both your articles resulted, as we were talking before the interview, in a ton of traffic to our website. So I got a sense that you're a pretty popular writer, and the subject matter really resonated. I think so. I really appreciate the stories and the time and the coverage, and anything else you'd like to review of ours, I sincerely, you just let me know. I don't know if you've tried the travel vest. I forgot which items did you review? The tech shirt,
the tech shirt, and the vest with the removable sleeves.
Oh, the essential.
The essential, correct. Right.
Well, take a look at our website, Scott, and if there's something else that I can send you that piques your interest, anything at all, just let me know. We have a brand new Fleece 5.0 that we just introduced. It's on the homepage. It'll be out actually in a month or so it's not quite ready yet, but anything you see there that you'd like. I really appreciate you taking the time for the interview. I want to keep it short so that we can meet the YouTube 10-minute limitations, but if you have anything you want to close on, go ahead.
I have to say that I was unsure about how useful the products would be, but once I started to use them, it was a natural for what I was doing, because I hate reaching into my pocket for my cell phone in my pants pocket because it's never in the right spot. And once I got the logistics of putting the items where they needed to be, which took me a couple of tries, then it really worked out nicely. So.
Well, I appreciate you saying it is kind of a learning curve. It's a different way of thinking about things. You have to remember where you put things and try to keep them in a similar place at all times. And we add pocket cards, for suggestions in a lot of our products to do that. I don't think we do it on the tech shirt, but we did in the jacket. So what we find is once people realize how convenient it is to be able to carry all the stuff with you, they keep buying more and more stuff and puts pressure on me to keep designing more and more stuff. So. But I want to thank you for your time, Scott, and I hope you have wonderful travels. This is Scott saying if you can't take it with you, you probably don't have a SCOTTeVEST. And thanks, Scott, for coming on here today.
All right, thank you.